What's up, GQ Sports? I'm Alex Rodriguez, and we're going undercover on the internet. This is actually me. So first up, Reddit. Who is the NBA's counterpart to Alex Rodriguez? That's a great question. I would like to say someone like Grant Hill. I admire Grant a lot, and he had an all-around game. Second question. Alex Rodriguez on the possibility of running for office. Now that's a good question. Never. Too many skeletons. No way, not me. Next, Quora. What made Alex Rodriguez special in the baseball field? I think a few things. The fact that I loved the game so much, I had so much passion for it, and they called me a five-tool player, but just thinking being an all-around player that can beat you offensively, defensively, and with his legs, and someone who actually loved the thinking man part of the game. What is the origin of the nickname A-Rod for Alex Rodriguez? That's a great question. Hall of Fame announcer who's passed now, Dave Niehaus, from the Seattle Mariners, who was there for over 30 years. I was 18 years old when I first came up to the major leagues. My first game was in Boston. And one game, he just said, A-Rod with a double. The next day, we were in Oakland, and he came to me right before batting practice, and he says, hey, Alex, I called you last night A-Rod. It kind of sounds good. It has a sticking point to it. Do you mind if I call you A-Rod? I said, Dave, I'm 18 years old. I've been called worse. Let's go with it. And it's stuck for about 25 years. So, Dave Niehaus, if you're hearing us, you are the best, and thank you. Submit. Would Alex Rodriguez have been better off staying on the Rangers? I think everything happens for a reason. I don't think so. I almost became a Boston Red Sox, and that deal fell apart. And then right before spring training in 2004, I sat next to Brian Cashman as I was in New York receiving my MVP award. I'm not a drinker, but I was having a little cocktail that night, and Brian Cashman early in the dinner says to me, would you ever consider moving to third base and becoming a Yankee? And of course, I was demoralized because the deal with Boston fell apart. After having my fourth cocktail, I said, hey, were you serious about moving to third base? He goes, dead serious. And he called the late George Steinbrenner, and 2 weeks later, we're having a press conference in Yankee Stadium with George Steinbrenner, and I became a Yankee. To me, it was the best move of my career. You know, there's that saying, like Sinatra says, if you make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. If it doesn't break, it makes you stronger. And I think New York for me was the greatest challenge, but I also had the greatest times of my life. And my two daughters are New Yorkers. Posted. Up next, Wikipedia. Rodriguez became the first high school player to ever try out for the United States national baseball team. I have no idea. Next, growing up, Rodriguez's favorite players were Keith Hernandez, Dale Murphy, and Cal Ripken, and his favorite team growing up was the New York Mets. All true. Instagram. My daughters are probably in here. So Randy.NYC asks, has A-Rod tried hitting these new baseballs? Would like to see if he notices any difference, because I'm hearing that even minor league numbers are up after they changed to these new balls. Randy, I have not tried the new baseballs. I wish I had. In the last year of my career, I needed all the help I needed, but they are traveling a long ways. Home runs are up, strikeouts are up, and it's exciting to see this brand of baseball. A-Rod, you're not at the front row at your own wife's show? Well, we must have had a tough week at home. I can see I'm like in the fifth row. When we have a really tough week, she puts me in the upper deck. So right there, not too bad. Next. So Diane asked, A-Rod, future Dodger coach? Go blue. No, I'm sorry. There is no Dodger coaching for me. Although the Dodgers are doing great, they're like the class of baseball. They are on fire and they're fun to watch. Question is, are you going to try out for the Yankees next spring? You're probably in better shape now than you were when you retired. Well, thank you. I would say with the harder baseballs and just needing 4 home runs, it is tempting. But nah, I don't think the Yankees need me. I wish. Submit. How do you balance work and children? Do your kids come on all your work trips? Well, children come first. My girls come first, and they come to a lot of games. They come to a lot of concerts. I love having them in the office. They hate it. But we love being together and having fun and having a good time. My girls are the best because all three of them love to rag on daddy. And I love it too. Do you drink alcohol at all? I have a cocktail every once in a while. I'm not a big drinker, but I'll have a little vodka soda, and my choice is usually Tito's. Just curious, what makes Alex Rodriguez an expert in business besides succeeding at baseball, and what else has he done to grow his wealth? Anyone know? So I started investing in real estate when I was really young. I started in my early 20s, and I thought real estate, because it's a cash flow business, it was the perfect hedge towards a baseball career because you make most of your money from age 20 to 30, and then athletes get in trouble from age 31 to 80 because there is no income, and then they get to really tap into all their savings. So real estate can feed you from 31 to 80, and that's why I love real estate. Boom. ¿Por qué no hace eso en tu país, en República Dominicana? ¿Por qué no haces qué? No entiendo. Twitter, in the house. What does A-Rod even do on his birthday? It's this dude's birthday every day. Look, I agree with that. I'm the luckiest human being on the planet. I'm having such a great time. But I got to tell you, this birthday was the grandest celebration of all time. We celebrated for 2 weeks. I've never seen cakes bigger, taller, wider. Some of these cakes were like the Empire State Building. I gained, I think, 20 pounds. I'm so glad my birthday week is over. Thank you all for all the great wishes. No more cakes for 5 years. Thank you. Do Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez have a wedding date? Wow. Who is this, Twitter? Not yet, but you will be the first one to find out. Jennifer Lopez celebrated her milestone 50th birthday in Miami with an epic blowout bash. She also received a Porsche as a gift from her fiance, Alex Rodriguez. What is the best birthday gift you've ever received? The Porsche, the red Porsche, we call it the Limitless Porsche, is a tribute to her concert and her tour. My favorite part of the entire show is when Emmy, Jennifer's daughter, comes out and they sing together, and they sing the song Limitless. And they're in this beautiful red, and I thought that matching red Porsche would be the perfect gift on her birthday. So she loved it. The problem is Jennifer hasn't driven in 25 years. And Porsche is a car you actually drive, you don't get driven in. So I said, hey, I'll be the driver to her car. So that was it. And for me, my greatest gift were the notes that I received from my daughters this year. I have them by my nightstand. I read them and they brought me to tears. And as a father, that's the greatest gift you can ever hear. Do you think Alex Rodriguez will ever become a manager or coach for the Yankees? First of all, I love baseball. It's been my first love ever since I was a little kid. I'm always going to be involved with baseball. I never say never, but managing or coaching is probably not in my future. But I would love to help the Yankees. I'm a lifelong Yankee for life. I love Hal Steinbrenner. I love what he's doing. I love the brand. I love the people in New York, the DNA of the fabric of who New York is, the fact that I was able to be a part of a great team in 2009 to win a world championship is the greatest memory of my career. My daughters know me as a Yankee. Jennifer's a Yankee. But no, coaching I don't think is in my future. That's it. Signing off on the internet. Good night.